Hello dear students, very good evening to all of you. I hope you all are fine. So in this video we will solve previous year question of 2024 with detailed explanations. As you know, last year NTA has asked many questions which are out of box. Few portions from where NTA has raised questions, those portions haven't been mentioned in your syllabus. As I was dealing the syllabus in detailed manner in last video, I have focused all those portions. I have mentioned the specific name like African literature, Indian English drama, Indian English plays and other portions as well. So in this video we will be looking at every questions in detailed manner. Not only we will solve the question, also we will be focusing the explanations of every option and even the question, because you can get an idea that how to tackle a question. Also, for example, I'm showing if there's a question and you have 4 options, so you can expect a questions from these options for your upcoming exam, that is CUET 2025. So my point is, you will have to be very careful while answering, while solving these questions, because many questions can be asked in your exam, in your upcoming exam, from here only, from these PYQs only. After solving the PYQ of 2024, you will have an idea that what's the trend of NTA for CUET MA English exam. Right? I hope you are getting me, student. So be careful. We will be going through each questions in thorough manner. We will be dealing each options in detailed manner. Right? So there's first question on your screen. The first question is from Indian English Literature, that is V.S. Naipaul received the Booker Prize in 1971 for which novel? V.S. Naipaul, you know, student, very important Trinidadian British author, and these works like In a Free State or Mughal Street, A House for Mr. Biswas, The Enigma of Arrival, all these novels are very important novels written by V.S. Naipaul. आपसे क्वेश्चन, जैसे कि when I was dealing the syllabus provided by NTA, I have mentioned there that NTA will be asking questions from different persons. कभी कभी तो आप ये गेस भी नहीं कर पाओगे कि क्वेश्चंस कैसे आ रहे हैं. कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर से, कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी लिटरेचर से क्वेश्चन आएगा, वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर से क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं. और जो आपके सिलेबस का लास्ट पॉइंट है, कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी इवेंट्स एंड अवार्ड्स, आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं कि ये अवार्ड का भी क्वेश्चन है और वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर लाइक ट्रिनेडियन ब्रिटिश ऑथर V.S. Naipaul. तो इसमें से आपको कितना डीप मैनर में, कितने थॉरली पढ़ना है कि आपको तो मेजर वर्क्स याद रखने ही हैं, मेजर ऑथर्स के मेजर वर्क्स याद रखने हैं. इसके अलावा जो उनको अवार्ड मिला है, जो नोटेबल अवार्ड्स हैं जो उन्होंने अचीव किया है, उसके ईयर भी याद रखना है और किस वर्क के लिए उनको मिला है ये भी याद रखना है. तो जैसे कि ये क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है, ये क्वेश्चन मेनली जो स्ट्रक्चर इस क्वेश्चन का हमें 3-4 चीज़ों पर फोकस करने के लिए बता रहा है. पहला कि आपको मेजर ऑथर्स को बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ना है, याद रखना है. उसके बाद मेजर ऑथर्स के मेजर वर्क्स को याद रखना है, क्योंकि ये चारों मेजर वर्क्स हैं. उसके अलावा उस ऑथर ने कौन कौन से अवार्ड को अचीव किया है और जो पर्टिकुलर अवार्ड है किस पर्टिकुलर वर्क के लिए मिला हुआ है. ये 3-4 बातें जो है वो इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन से आप अंदाज़ा लगा सकते हो कि ये पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन आपको बताना चाहता है कि ये 4 एस्पेक्ट्स में आपको 4 एस्पेक्ट्स को ध्यान में रख के किसी भी ऑथर को, किसी भी वर्क को पढ़ना है. सो let's know more about V.S. Naipaul and his notable works. That is how you can answer this question. And I know, student, V.S. Naipaul is very popular author, very popular Trinidadian British author, and the most important work, the most important novel written by Naipaul is In a Free State, for which he won Booker Prize in Literature in the year 1971. So your correct answer will be In a Free State, option A. Let's know in a detailed manner about V.S. Naipaul. As I already have mentioned, he is Trinidadian British author, and notable works, notable novels written by Naipaul are A House for Mr. Biswas. You will have also you'll have to keep in your mind the year, the important publishing year of major works, because many times in your exam you will be asked questions chronology based questions, right? This is actually the trend of every exam conducted in English literature. Even in recent years, they have increased the number of questions based on chronology in NET exam, UGC NET exam. Even you can go through the last year question paper of 2024 of CUET MA English exam. You can find few questions based on chronology. So from that perspective, to tackle that kind of question, you have to be very careful while remembering the year of the work, right? See, these works are notable works, major works written by V.S. Naipaul. So you will have to keep in your mind these years. A House for Mr. Biswas came in the year 1961. In a Free State came in the year 1971, for which Naipaul won Booker Prize in Literature. Other major works, notable works by Naipaul are A Wind in the River, The Enigma of Arrival. Other awards rather than Booker Prize, Naipaul won Jerusalem Prize, Trinity Cross, Knight Bachelor, and also student, the most important, the most prestigious award in literature, that is Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 2001. In your upcoming exam in 2025, you can expect this question. NTA can ask you this question, that in which year Naipaul got Nobel Prize in Literature. Remember, the year is 2001. In the year 2001, V.S. Naipaul got Nobel Prize in Literature. So आप यहाँ देख सकते हो कि इस 4 ऑप्शन से एक ऑथर के बारे में आपसे पूछा गया था, एक क्वेश्चन था. बट हेयर देयर आर सो मेनी फैक्ट्स विच यू कैन कीप इन योर माइंड. ये जो डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लेनेशन है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपसे जब क्रोनोलॉजी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा इन CUET 2025, तो आप आसानी से टैकल कर पाओगे अगर आपको ईयर याद रहेगा तो. दैट इज वाई आई एम फोकसिंग इन ऑन द ईयर्स. That is how you can tackle all those questions based on chronology. Other things, other question you can expect from here, from this detailed explanation, that in which year Naipaul got Nobel Prize in Literature. You will have to keep in your mind the year 2001. I hope student, the first question on your screen is clear to you. That is, V.S. Naipaul received the Booker Prize in Literature in which year? 2 important things you have to keep in your mind: notable works by Naipaul and the year in which he got awards like Nobel Prize in Literature or Booker Award. I hope this question is clear to you. If question will be asked to you next year from Naipaul, you will correct that particular question. Yes, you will correct. Yes, I hope you will correct. Okay. So let's move to the second question. Second question on your screen is, which famous author, filmmaker was also the editor of the children's magazine Sandesh? Sandesh is a children magazine. First of all, students, you have to focus here, focus this question. You will find 2 or 3 keywords. Author, filmmaker. In your syllabus, in your official syllabus provided by NTA CUET, nowhere it has been mentioned that you will have to study about actor or filmmaker, right? But question has been asked. Although it's obvious question, it's about very popular filmmaker and author as well. You might know the name. He is very popular, Satyajit Ray. And other key aspect of this question you can focus, that is children's magazine, right? In your syllabus it has mentioned fiction and non-fiction. So on that day also I told you you will have to deal all those portions, all those genre of literature in detailed manner, right? Here question has been asked like, which famous author filmmaker was the editor of a children's magazine? The name of that children's magazine is Sandesh. Who has written? You know, Satyajit Ray is one of the most famous filmmaker, author, and also the son of Sukumar Roy. Sukumar Roy is the father of Satyajit Ray, student, you might know. So in your options there are 4 personalities. Sukumar Roy, father of Satyajit Ray, and also Leela Roy and Ranga Rao. So differently we will be focusing each person's works and also why they are so popular. Sukumar Roy, I think he needs no introduction. Satyajit Ray, in your upcoming exam you can expect questions. You can be asked like major works written by author and filmmaker Satyajit Ray. That is how we should have idea about the notable works, about the prominent works written by this particular author and filmmaker. We will also be focusing differently about Leela Roy and Ranga Rao. Let's see, student. Satyajit Ray, widely considered one of the greatest and most influential film directors in the history of cinema. He is celebrated for the works including his trilogy, and the name of that trilogy is the Apu trilogy. You might have heard. I think you all have heard because it's really very popular. And question you can expect from here. In upcoming exam they can ask question from here that in Apu trilogy written by Satyajit Ray, which works are there? Name all these 3 works. So students, be careful in the Apu trilogy. Obviously it is trilogy, so it contains 3 works, and those works are Patthar Panchali, which came in the year 1955, Aparajito, which came in the year 1956, and also The World of Apu, that came in the year 1959. These 3 works in Apu trilogy you have to keep in your mind for always. It can be asked, you can be asked next year. Other important works, another celebrated works written by Satyajit Ray apart from the Apu trilogy, you have The Music Room, The Big City, Charulata, and also the Gopi Bagha trilogy. These notable works are important by Satyajit Ray. I hope student you got these. If question will be asked from Satyajit Ray, you won't miss. You will correct that question. Getting me? You will have to keep in mind the Apu trilogy and other celebrated works by Satyajit Ray, and also through this question you have to after this class just go and watch, just go and read about children's magazine in detailed manner, and just let me know which are famous. How many magazines are famous in the context of how many children's magazine are famous, right? Just let me know in the class. And I hope Satyajit Ray is clear to you. Let's do another option. As you know, Sukumar Ray is the father, and about Leela Ray and Ranga Rao. Ranga Rao, popularly known as SVR, was an Indian actor and filmmaker who primarily worked in Telugu and Tamil films. He is primarily known as a popular filmmaker or popular author, Indian actor in Telugu and Tamil films. ये ऑप्शन में जो नाम है वो नाम को भी आपको याद रखना है, क्योंकि नेक्स्ट ईयर आपसे इस पर्टिकुलर नाम से भी, इस पर्टिकुलर ऑप्शन से भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है. हु नोज. सो यू विल हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल आफ्टर सॉल्विंग PYQs, क्योंकि PYQ से डायरेक्ट 20 to 30 क्वेश्चंस आपसे डायरेक्टली पूछे जा सकते हैं. सो ऑलवेज बी फोकस्ड, बी केयरफुल while solving any PYQs, not only about 2024 के PYQs को सॉल्व करने के बाद आपको एक ट्रेंड का आइडिया मिलेगा कि आपको 2025 की जो अपकमिंग एग्जाम है उसकी तैयारी कैसे करनी है, किस पोर्शन पे ज़्यादा फोकस करना है, कौन कौन सा नया टॉपिक, जो आउट ऑफ बॉक्स क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं, कौन कौन से पोर्शंस को आपको टच करना है इस बार. Let's know more about another option, that is Ranga Rao. He is also author and filmmaker. And one more important thing, student, SBR is also regarded as one of the finest actors in the history of Indian cinema. And always remember, he is associated with Tamil and Telugu films. I hope that question is clear to you. Other question, let's move to the another question, and another question is about Harlem Renaissance. You might have studied Harlem Renaissance in your UG program. This question is quite easy if you have studied Harlem Renaissance. See, what was the review of the students who appeared in the exam of 2024 for MA English, obviously. They have stated that exam was moderate to tough. But student, yes, I do agree exam was moderate to tough. But if you study every portions of your syllabus very carefully in detailed manner, in your exam you will be able to tackle all those questions. Even you can eliminate the options. If you have gone through any particular literary movements, any particular historical events, literary events, you can eliminate the option, and that is how you can correct any question if you are not sure even. So this question is about Harlem Renaissance. Let's know about what Harlem Renaissance is. So the Harlem Renaissance was an intellectual and cultural revival of African American music, dance, art, fashion, literature, theater, politics and scholarship centered in Harlem. Harlem is a place in New York City, and the time period of this particular event, the Harlem Renaissance, was from 1920s to 1930s. This question also you can expect in your exam. Many times they have asked this question in UGC NET exam. What's the year? What's the time span of Harlem Renaissance? Who knows, this year in CUET 2025 they can ask this question, that what's the time span of Harlem Renaissance? So students, be careful, okay? Harlem Renaissance was actually an intellectual and cultural revival of dance, music, art, literature, theater, politics and scholarship centered in the particular place known as Harlem, which is there in New York City, and spanned the time from 1920s to 1930s. And this particular movement, the Harlem Renaissance, was also known as New Negro movement. This question is also again important. You can be asked that which particular movement is known as the New Negro movement. Remember, there was actually a work of same title, New Negro Revival. That is how this particular title of this movement, New Negro movement, came. Remember, Harlem Renaissance is also known as the New Negro movement. Why I'm solving all this question in detailed manner student with detailed explanation? क्योंकि आपका जो आने वाला एग्ज़ाम है वो उसमें ये सारे ऑप्शन से अगर क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए, इस मतलब जो भी पर्टिकुलर पर्सनालिटी, जो भी मेजर ऑथर से क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है, जो भी मेजर लिटरेरी मूवमेंट्स, लिटरेरी टेक्स्ट या फिर लिटरेरी टर्म्स, लिटरेरी जॉनराज, लिटरेरी थियरी, इंडियन राइटिंग इन इंग्लिश, ब्रिटिश राइटिंग, या फिर आपका लिटरेरी अवार्ड्स है, जो भी क्वेश्चंस आपके प्रीवियस ईयर एग्ज़ाम में पूछा गया है, अगर आने वाले एग्ज़ाम में पूछा जाए तो आपसे गलती ना हो, आपको लगे कि आपने पढ़ा है और आप क्वेश्चन को सही करो. डेट इज़ हाउ यू कैन गेट 4 marks, right? So the Harlem Renaissance is also known as the New Negro Movement, and the major personalities, the main figures associated with this particular movement, the New Negro Movement or the Harlem Renaissance, were Jean Toomer, Jessie Fawcett, Claude McKay, James Weldon Johnson, Alan Locke, Eric D. Walrond, Zora Neale Hudson, very important personality associated with Harlem Renaissance, and also Langston Hughes. Now you can focus you can look at these options. In your option, Claude McKay is there. He is associated with Harlem Renaissance. Zora Neale Hudson also associated. William Faulkner. Nowhere it has mentioned that William Faulkner is associated with Harlem Renaissance. And also, if you have studied about William Faulkner, you can easily eliminate the option William Faulkner seems odd here among these options. These 3 personalities are associated with Harlem Renaissance, that is Claude McKay, Zora Neale Hudson or Langston Hughes. These 3 are associated with Harlem Renaissance, or even these 3 personalities are major personalities. But William Faulkner sounds uneven, odd. So you can find the option then A, B, D. A, B, D are the option, that is the first option. A, B, D. I hope students, Harlem Renaissance is clear to you. First of all, you'll have to keep in your mind what Harlem Renaissance is and what's the other name of Harlem Renaissance, and who are major personalities associated with this particular movement. All these names you have to keep in your mind very carefully. Also remember, these authors, all these major personalities, try to give a voice to African American identity and also to strive for a community of support and acceptance. You might have gone through the novel Beloved. If anyone is opt to read a particular novel, that is Beloved, he or she can have an idea about Harlem Renaissance, because Harlem Renaissance, this particular movement, will make him or her to bring actually a kind of awareness about slave narrative, slavery system, a kind of suppression there and everything, right? So it was a kind of, these personalities have tried to voice, to raise out, to revive the African American culture. I hope these much explanation, these much detailed explanation are enough for you. Sometimes I repeat my words because I am trying that whatever I am repeating, these words, these important words of mine will be there in your mind for always, right? For forever. If questions will be there, if a kind of phrase you will see in your exam hall, you won't miss that question, right? That is how I am repeating sometimes. Anyway, let's move to the other question. You can notice, student, this is the only yet we have finished only 3 questions with detailed explanation. आपको बहुत सारे students को बाद का भी अगर आपसे क्वेश्चन इस ऑप्शन में पूछा जाए तो बाद का भी आपको इस ऑप्शन से अगर क्वेश्चन आए तो आपको पता चले, राइट? So that is why I am solving in detailed manner. Anyway, let's move to the other question. To which famous Indian playwright can the following plays be attributed? Direct question has been asked from Indian writing in English, Indian English author. And student, the most important thing you have to focus, this question is from Indian English drama, okay, Indian English, right? The question is, which Indian English dramatist has written these famous works like Pagla Ghoda, Basi Khabar and also Pralap? I know you all know the name, the Indian English dramatist, that is Badal Sarkar. He is not Sukar, he is Sirkar, okay? Sometimes he also known as Sarkar, Badal Sarkar. You have 4 options. We will be looking at these 4 options in detailed manner. We will get to know about Habib Tanveer. We will get to know Vijay Tendulkar, very important Indian English dramatist, Kiran Nagarkar, and also of course Badal Sarkar. Because questions can be asked from you students from these authors, from these Indian English authors. These authors are really very important. Let's know about Habib Tanveer first. The time span of Habib Tanveer is 1923 to 2009. पहले जो स्टूडेंट्स होते थे बहुत ज़्यादा चल रहा है, तो इस पर्पस से आपको ईयर याद रखना पड़ेगा. कौन से मेजर ऑथर्स किस ईयर में उनका बर्थ हुआ है, कौन सा मेजर वर्क्स किस ईयर में पब्लिश हुआ है, किस पर्टिकुलर ऑथर को किस पर्टिकुलर ईयर में अवार्ड मिला है. ठीक है, तो लेट्स नो अबाउट हबीब तनवीर. was one of the most popular Indian Urdu this question has been asked. Who is the author of the play Agra Bazaar? Remember, it's Habib Tanveer. Agra Bazaar came in the year 1954. Other major work by Habib Tanveer is Charan Das Kaur, came in the year 1975. Okay, Habib Tanveer has written the work Agra Bazaar. Let's know about Badal Sarkar, who has written those famous plays by like Pagla Ghoda, Pralap and Basi Khabar. He is also known as Badal Sarkar, who was an influential Indian dramatist and of course theatre director. Also, Badal Sarkar is known for his anti-establishment plays during the Naxalite movement in 1970s. And also he founded his own theatre company named Satabdi in the year 1976. He was awarded the Padma Shri Award in the year 1972, and he established a new generation of theatre popularly known as third theatre. This is again very important, student. You can be asked next year which Indian English playwright has established a new generation of theatre, or the particular name, the third generation is associated with which Indian English playwright. Remember, it's Badal Sarkar, right? The third theatre. He also wrote his landmark play, that is Abang Indrajit. That was basically in Bengali, because Badal Sarkar was actually he belongs to a Bengali community. But this particular work, Abang Indrajit, that is the representative work written by Badal Sarkar, was translated into English by Girish Karnad. Girish Karnad, you might have heard, the author of the plays like Nagmandala, Yayati and Hayavanana. He has translated, again very important point you can keep in your mind, that who has translated the work of Badal Sarkar's Abang Indrajit in English. Remember, it's Girish Karnad. Other notable works written by Sarkar was Baki Itihas, that is remaining history, Pralap, Tringasha Shatabdi, that is this is in Bengali, Tringsha, Pagla Ghoda, Mad Horse, Shesh Nai, there's no end. So these major works, these notable works by Sarkar, you have to keep in your mind. Let's jump to other authors which are there in your option, and it's Vijay Tendulkar, very important Indian English playwright whose lifespan is from 1928 to 2008, was a leading Indian playwright, movie and TV writer, literary essayist and political journalist, commentator also, and he has written primarily his work in Marathi language. Sometimes student question they can raise from language based also, like which particular you have the box, you will have the box, and one side you will be given the names of the authors, other sides you will have their native language, like which author is associated with which native language. For example, Badal Sarkar was associated with Bengali community, Vijay Tendulkar Marathi, also you know about Girish Karnad. चालू आहे. Ghashiram Kotwal, this particular question has been asked in UGC NET exam student many times, that who is the author of the work Ghashiram Kotwal. So remember, this is the particular play written by Vijay Tendulkar. Other next year in your was an Indian novelist, playwright and screenwriter, and of course student, one of the most significant writer of post-colonial India. One thing you can focus here, that in your syllabus it hasn't mentioned that you will be asked question from post-colonial literature or post-colonial British literature or post-colonial world literature, but question has been asked. That is why many students reviewed, many students remarked, even many tutors remarked, mentors remarked that few questions in 2024 were out of box. So from this question you can predict, you can focus questions about other portions as well, like you have to focus about post-colonial literature as well. This particular author is from post-colonial India. And his notable works are Saat Sakham Tekhals, that is 7 6s are 43, Ravan and Addy, that came in the year 1994, Kakold, for which he was awarded the 2001 Sahitya Academy Award in English Literature. Another important point you can keep in your mind, student, you can remember from here, you can be asked the question that Kiran Nagarkar got Sahitya Academy Puraskar, Sahitya Academy Award in which year and for which work? Remember, the work is Kakold and he got the Sahitya Academy in the year 2001. Right? I hope this particular question is also clear to you. Let's jump to the next question, and next question is select examples of speculative fictions from the following. See, in your syllabus it has mentioned fictions and non-fictions. When I was dealing the syllabus, I have told you that I'll be dealing in paid batch in very detailed manner all those types, all those kinds of fictions and non-fiction. Students, it's not possible for me to deal all these types of fiction in this particular detailed PYQ class, right? In my paid batch, I will teach in detailed manner the types, the kinds of different fictions and non-fictions as well. The question on your screen is related to speculative fiction. You'll have to figure out which of the following is speculative fiction. First of all, let's know what speculative fiction is. As the word speculative, it's away from reality. Everyone knows this. So speculative fiction is an umbrella genre of fiction that encompasses all the subgenres that depart from realism or strictly imitating everyday reality, instead of presenting fantastical, supernatural or futuristic or other imaginative realms. First of all, you should know what speculative fiction is, then you will be able to specify which works are under the category of speculative fiction. I hope are you getting my point? This particular fiction, this particular genre includes but is not limited to science fiction, fantasy, horror, slipstreams, magical realism, superhero fiction, alternate history, utopia, dystopia, fairy tale, steampunk, cyberpunk, weird fiction. Student, it's your homework. Just go and study in thorough manner about these phrase, these particular work, okay, these particular genre like cyberpunk, steampunk, science fiction, also utopia, dystopia, because questions can be raised from you which are following the major dystopian novels, utopian novels, which are famous science fictions, right? So go and study about the genres in detailed manner. Also remember, also keep in your mind all those famous works related to these genres. See how many questions you can crack from here. You can actually raise from these options and from these detailed explanations. That is how I'm dealing all these questions. I'm not solving a question. I'm actually dealing, I'm giving you a detailed explanations, ताकि आपके आने वाले एग्जाम में यहाँ से डायरेक्टली 20 से 30 क्वेश्चंस आए और आप इजीली उस क्वेश्चंस को टैकल कर पाओ. दिस इज द मेन पर्पस बिहाइंड this detailed explanation of mine, right? Other authors you can see here associated with speculative fictions, that is George R.R. Martin's, that is A Song of Ice and Fire series, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, everyone I think watch, H.P. Lovecraft's, that is Dunwich Horror, and also Stephen King's The Dark Tower series. All these are example of speculative fiction. Now just jump to the question. Select examples of speculative fiction from the following. Your question, your option A is correct, because these questions like Agatha Christie, Jean Rice, F. Scott Fitzgerald, sorry. These authors are also very important, student, and the most important thing, you have to remember the work, like The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. Direct question they have asked many times, that who is the author of particular work. So remind all these works written by these particular authors as well, like White Sargasso Sea, very important, very representative work written by Jean Rice, and The Great Gatsby. Even I will suggest you to please look at the summaries of all these works. These works are really very important, okay? I hope this is clear to you. आप देख सकते हो students, even we have solved yet 5 questions only, and you might think like we are taking time, we are taking so much time, but आपके benefit के लिए I'm taking these much time, I'm solving in such thorough manner, right? I hope you understand me. Anyway, let's go to the let's solve another question on your screen, that is identify the early feminist work that discusses male writer like Milton, Pope and Rousseau. These authors are also very important major authors of British literature. Milton and Pope we will study in our class. Rousseau, political thinker, you might have heard, you might have studied in your classes in your UG program. because in UG we also have our subsidiary paper, and in subsidiary paper we can take 2 other subjects rather than English literature. So you might have studied in political science about Rousseau. So in these works, Virginia Woolf, very important work, that is A Room of One's Own. Mary Wollstonecraft's A Vindication of the Rights of Women, very early feminist work. Olive Schreiner, Women and Labor. Simone de Beauvoir, The Second Sex. These works are representative works. Every time they ask question from these authors and works, so we will deal each works in detail and about each authors. About each work we will deal in paid batch in detailed manner. We will get to know the plot, summary, event, and in a detailed manner, a thorough manner about each works. But here we can actually get to know about the authors like Virginia Woolf and her notable works. That is how you can tackle the questions in your upcoming exam. Let's know. I hope you can solve this question. It's also quite easy, that in which work. इस क्वेश्चन से आप देख सकते हो कि आपको आपके वर्क को, लिटरेरी वर्क को भी बहुत ही डीप मैनर में पढ़ना पड़ेगा, तभी आपको आइडिया लगेगा ना कि किस वर्क में किस ऑथर्स के बारे में पर्टिकुलर ऑथर ने जिक्र किया है. जैसे कि ये क्वेश्चन है कि आइडेंटिफाई द अर्ली फेमिनिस्ट वर्क दैट डिस्कसेस द मेल राइटर, ओके, लाइक मिल्टन, पोप एंड रूसो. अगर आपने इन चारों वर्क्स को नहीं पढ़ा होगा या फिर किसी 2 वर्क्स को नहीं पढ़ा होगा, फिर आप एलिमिनेट कैसे करोगे? आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि किस वर्क में मिल्टन और पोप के बारे में बात की गई है, किस वर्क में किस ऑथर ने मिल्टन, पोप और रूसो के बारे में बात किया है? समझ रहे हैं आप कि आपको मेजर ऑथर्स के मेजर वर्क्स तो पढ़ने हैं, उस मेजर वर्क्स को बहुत ही डिटेल्ड मैनर में पढ़ना है. आपको याद होना चाहिए कि उस पर्टिकुलर वर्क में क्या क्या हुआ है, क्या क्या इवेंट्स रहे हैं, क्या क्या जो पॉइंट है, जो मेन पॉइंट है, टर्निंग पॉइंट है, आपको याद रखना है. लेट्स नो अबाउट वर्जीनिया वुल्फ. वर्जीनिया वुल्फ इज कंसिडर्ड वन ऑफ द लीडिंग एंड द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट modernist 20th century authors. Time period also you have to keep in your mind, 20th century, okay. She is the modernist writer. She was the modernist writer whose lifespan is from 1882 to 1941, and she pioneered the use of stream of consciousness. Very important term. This can be asked that which of the following writer is associated with the literary style of writing that is stream of consciousness. Remember, Virginia Woolf pioneered the use of stream of consciousness as a narrative device in her works. And notable works, major works written by Woolf are Mrs. Dalloway. You should read this particular novel by Woolf. To the Lighthouse. At least you can go through the summary of all these works. Orlando, A Room of One's Own, and also The Waves. These works are really important, and of course A Room of One's Own. Let's know Mary Wollstonecraft is regarded one of the early feminist author and also the founding feminist philosopher. She has written A Vindication of the Rights of Women. She has also written another major work, that is A Vindication of the Rights of Man. Other feminist author, that is Olive Schreiner, actually was a South African author, anti-war campaigner and intellectual. She is best remembered today for her novel, that is The Story of an African Farm, which has been highly acclaimed. If you will be asked the question who is the author of the work The Story of an African Farm, remember it's Olive Schreiner, okay. Another very important feminist author, Simone de Beauvoir. You might have heard the work The Second Sex, written by Beauvoir. Actually was a French existentialist, philosopher, writer, social theorist, and also feminist activist. तो आपके ऑप्शंस में जो भी राइटर्स, जो भी मेजर वर्क्स मैं डील कर रही हूँ, प्लीज़ इस क्लास के बाद जिस भी राइटर, जिस भी वर्क को मैं कह रही हूँ कि आप थॉरली देखना, तो प्लीज़ आप देखिएगा, आप पढ़िएगा, क्योंकि डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चंस यहाँ से पूछे जा सकते हैं. अदर क्वेश्चन ऑन योर स्क्रीन इज विच नॉवेलिस्ट हैज हैड द रेयर ऑनर ऑफ विनिंग द नोबेल प्राइज फॉर लिटरेचर. रेयर ऑनर ऑफ विनिंग द नोबेल प्राइज फॉर लिटरेचर फॉर हर नॉन फिक्शन राइटिंग. You know Svetlana Alexievich, Essene Singer, Patrick Modiano, and Octavio Page. These options are from contemporary authors, and also you might not have studied. Let's know about these authors differently. First of all, Svetlana, okay, is a Belarusian investigative journalist, essayist, and oral historian, and she was awarded actually Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 2015 for her polyphonic writings, A Monument to Suffering and Courage in Our Time. She was the journalist, she was the historian, and she got the Nobel Prize in Literature. So it is really a rare honor given to a non-fiction writing. Your option might be Svetlana, right? Another writer you can see, as you know, Octavio Page was a Mexican poet and diplomat. See, you here you can focus, student, you can care, like questions. These authors are not from British literature background. These authors are from different country apart from England, right? But these authors are there in your option. That is how I said कि आपको ब्रिटिश लिटरेचर के अलावा वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर भी पढ़ना है, क्योंकि ये सारे ऑथर ब्रिटिश लिटरेचर से नहीं है, ब्रिटिश ऑथर्स नहीं हैं. You can see Svetlana is Belarusian journalist. Octavio was Mexican poet, and also Modiano was French novelist and recipient of Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 2014, and Page received Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1990. तो वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर में भी ये जो कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी ऑथर्स हैं, कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी जो वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर में कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी राइटर हैं, उन पे भी आपको फोकस करना है. ये सारे क्वेश्चंस आपको यही सिखा रहे हैं कि आपको किस किस पर्सन को देखना है अपने सिलेबस के अलावा, आपके सिलेबस में जो पर्सन है किस किस पॉइंट पे आपको फोकस करना है. आई होप you all are getting me. Other question on your screen. Set in Darlington Hall, this Booker winning Nobel is a story about post-war Britain and the influence of Nazis on British gentlemen, but is ultimately about unspoken love. Identify. See how deep the question is. Already I have mentioned that you have to read the major works in detailed manner. That is how you can know what's the summary, what's the main point of the particular work. Now you have four options: The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro, Maggie Joule, The Second Last Women in England, Bernhard, that is The Reader, and Michael Ondaatje, The English Patient. Very important work. Let's know about these authors in different manner. That the first one is Kazuo Ishiguro, was a Japanese-born British novelist, also screenwriter, magician, and short story writer. He is one of the most critically acclaimed contemporary fiction authors, writer in English, having been awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 2017. ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन आपके एग्जाम में पूछता है कि कौन कौन से ऑथर को, कौन कौन से पर्टिकुलर ऑथर्स नोबेल प्राइज अवॉर्डी हैं। तो याद रखिएगा, इशिगुरु को 2017 में नोबेल प्राइज मिला था एंड ही इज अ जापानीज बॉर्न British novelist, and his notable works are An Artist of the Floating World, The Remains of the Day, When We Were Orphans, Never Let Me Go, and Clara and the Sun. These are major works written by Ishiguro. Other writer in your option, that is Bernhard Schlink, is a German lawyer, you can see, and he is best published for his novel The Reader. Remember this, you can be asked who is the writer of the work The Reader. Remember, it was Schlink. And this is the best selling book ever written by him. The last and the most important one is Philip Michael Ondaatje, who is notably known for his work The English Patient. He is a Sri Lankan born Canadian poet, fiction and essayist. Student, you can focus this that the option is from Canadian literature as well. Yet you have focused, you might have learnt other literatures rather than British literature, like German literature, Japanese literature, Canadian literature, African American literature as well. So on broad level you have to focus, you have to know more about world literature, right? So major works written by Ondaatje, that is The English Patient. Go through this particular book written by him, even go through the summary. It will be fruitful for your exam, it will be fruitful for you. Running in the Family, Divisadero, In the Skin of a Lion, Coming Through Slaughter, and Warlight. This particular novel, The English Patient, why it's popular? Because it was adapted into a film in 1996 and it also won 2018 Golden Man Booker Prize. Very important point you can take from here. Very important point that Michael Ondaatje, The English Patient, won 2018 Man Golden Booker Prize. You can be asked who has won the Man Golden Booker Prize in literature. It's Michael Ondaatje for his work The English Patient. I hope student it's clear for you. Other question, it's quite easy question. Which of the following are characteristic of yes, now I hope you can solve this question, that who is there in which work. If you will go through these works, you get to know that who has gone through in which work it has been dealt in the detailed manner. Okay, I hope this particular work, The Remains of the Day, if you will study, you can relate to the particular statement. You can find that it's ultimately about unspoken love, and also it focused the Nazis and friends of British gentlemen and all, right? So let's do another question. Very easy question, I think, in the question paper of 2024. That is, what is the characteristic? Which of the following are the characteristics of figure of speech? I hope students, I don't need to explain this because figure of speech you have been learning since your classes. See, first option, figure of speech are words or phrases that are related to the literal uses of language. Related, not related, it's related. Okay, figures of speech are words or phrases that are related to the figurative uses of language. It's true. Anecdote, it's C. Anecdote, antagonist and diction are example. No. Figure of speech rely on connotation of their impact. Yeah, so it's quite easy. You can solve. The last question of this day, I am sorry if I took so much time to explain all these questions because explanation is necessary for you guys. Don't worry that in this class I have solved only 10 questions. I will be continuing with PYQs series because I will solve each and every question asked in 2024 in detailed manner. Okay, I will do detailed analysis of all those 4 options and the question raised in question paper, right, in the question again. So last, that is arrange the Shakespearean tragedies in the ascending order of the period in which they were published, and oldest first. You'll have to put oldest play written by Shakespeare first. Then let's know about these 4 plays, very famous play: Julius Caesar, Coriolanus, Othello, the most important tragedy written by Shakespeare apart from Hamlet, King Lear, and Othello, and also Tempest, right? Titus Andronicus, let's know about these works. Titus Andronicus is one of the greatest tragedy by Shakespeare, came in the year 93, in between 93 to 94. Julius Caesar was also a tragedy and historical play. You will have to keep in your mind the source of Julius Caesar's source, that is Thomas North's translation of Plutarch's Lives. From Plutarch's Lives, that translated by Thomas North, it has been taken. In Julius Caesar, you can find one of the popular statement, one of the popular quote, that is, cowards die many times before their death. You can remember this year Coriolanus, that came in between 1605 to 6, and this is the last tragedy of Shakespeare. If you know that Coriolanus is the last tragedy, so D will be in last option, right? B will be in the last option, that is this, DACB, right? Also, this particular work, The Last Tragedy of Shakespeare, has been criticized by many great critics like A.C. Bradley and T.S. Eliot. A.C. Bradley described this particular play, that is Coriolanus, that this play built on the grand skills like King Lear and Macbeth. There are 4 famous tragedies written by Shakespeare. Many times they have asked question, that is Othello, Hamlet, King Lear, and Tempest. And A.C. Bradley has stated this last tragedy by Shakespeare also built on in the same manner. T.S. Eliot, author of The Waste Land, and also many critical works, like many critical essays like Tradition and Individual Talent, The Foreigner, The Frontiers of Criticism, not The Foreigner. He has acclaimed that this particular tragedy of Shakespeare is superior to Hamlet in the Sacredo, that is the compilation, in which he calls Coriolanus and Antony and Cleopatra as the bards. As you know, Shakespeare is known as the Bard of Avon, the bard's greatest tragic achievement. Remember this critical statement given by T.S. Eliot as well, because many times they can ask question from critical statement, which particular author has critically acclaimed about whom, right? So I hope students now you are able to find the correct answer, that Coriolanus is the last play, so B will be in the last. That is how you can solve. You can, if you will be focusing each options, the upcoming exam will be very easy for you. As you know, in this class, in 1 hour only we have solved 10 questions. You don't need to be worried, because we have analyzed every question, every options even, and every author's literary movements in very detailed manner. If among these 10 questions, if question will be asked in your 2025, I hope you won't miss that. That is how you can get more scores, you can achieve your dream university. So I will stop here. In next class, in next series, I'll continue from 11 questions. And always remember student, don't worry for the time. You don't need to be worried. I will analyze each and every question with detailed explanation. And I am assuring you, I am making you assured guys, like direct question, like 20 to 30 questions will be asked direct from this PYQ series, right? So stay connected with CUET concept, and happy learning students.